Hi there, and welcome to Celeb Tea, the many faces of Shamea Morton, charm, ambition, and the subtle art of survival in reality TV. Shamea Morton once appeared to be the perfect picture of charm, beauty, and southern grace on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, always glowing with confidence, flashing a bright smile, and turning heads with her effortless style. She seemed like the kind of woman everyone wanted to be around. At glamorous parties, she was the one people gravitated toward, upbeat, polite, and always ready with a laugh. Yet, behind the camera's sparkle and the curated selfies, there was far more to her story. Shamea's journey was never just about fashion or fame. It was about drive, ambition, and the unspoken sacrifices that come with living life under a microscope. Her path to recognition wasn't overnight. Long before the Bravo spotlight, Shamea was a determined Atlanta native chasing dreams rooted in talent and discipline. Born and raised in Georgia's capital, she grew up with a strong love for performing and connecting with people. Unlike many reality stars who stumble into fame through controversy, Shamea built her reputation one step at a time. She danced, sang, and hosted small local events, steadily working her way through the city's vibrant entertainment scene. Her early career reflected her passion for performance and communication. After studying broadcast journalism and sociology, she honed both the technical and emotional intelligence needed to thrive in public life. That combination, brains and charisma, became her secret weapon. Before long, she was cheering for the Atlanta Falcons and the Hawks, exuding confidence on the sidelines while mastering how to command a crowd's attention. Those experiences would later prepare her for a much bigger stage, reality television. When the Real Housewives of Atlanta introduced her as a friend of the housewives, viewers immediately noticed her. Though her role began quietly, appearing mostly in the background of parties and social gatherings, she had an undeniable spark. Her timing, humor, and warmth made her stand out, and producers soon gave her more screen time. Fans found her relatable yet intriguing, someone who could stay friendly amid chaos but still deliver sharp commentary when needed. Her debut during the show's 5th season might have been low-key, but it marked the beginning of her slow and steady climb into the Bravo spotlight. As her presence grew, so did curiosity about who Shamea Morton really was. She became closely linked with two of the show's most influential figures, Kandi Burruss and Porsha Williams. Their friendships brought her both attention and tension. In the Real Housewives world, loyalty is a double-edged sword. The same friendships that give you exposure can also drag you into feuds you never started. And soon, Shamea found herself caught in the middle of high-profile conflicts, forced to defend her character while the cameras rolled and the blogs speculated. To outsiders, she was the fun, neutral friend. But to those paying attention, Shamea's growing influence hinted at ambition, a woman who understood that visibility in reality TV is as much about alliances as it is about personality. Her ability to stay poised during disputes, even when her name was being thrown into the mix, became both her shield and her strength. The deeper she went into Bravo's social circle, the more fans debated whether her loyalty was genuine or strategic. In that blurry space between sincerity and survival, Shamea built her image, one that would define her career for years to come. Her personal life soon drew attention as well. In 2017, Shamea married Kenyan-American businessman Gerald Mwangi in a lavish ceremony held in Nairobi. The wedding was breathtaking, filled with vibrant cultural traditions, glamorous guests, and emotional moments. Photos flooded social media, painting the image of a fairy tale ending. Many fans celebrated her as one of the few housewives friends who seemed to have it all: love, success, and stability. She spoke openly about her husband's support, often contrasting their strong partnership with the troubled relationships seen elsewhere in the franchise. But as always in the reality TV universe, no joy remains untouched by scrutiny. Every post, caption, and public statement became a point of discussion. Was her life as picture-perfect as it looked? Was she using her friendships to stay relevant? Online chatter could turn even her most innocent moments into headlines. Yet, instead of clapping back or creating unnecessary drama, Shamea often took the high road, responding with grace or simply ignoring the noise. In 2018, she welcomed her daughter, Shamea Mwangi, and her world shifted again. Motherhood brought out a softer, more grounded side of her. She began focusing her social media presence on family life and positivity rather than Bravo gossip. Fans admired her commitment to protecting her child from overexposure, a challenge many public figures struggle with. Still, some critics claimed she was using motherhood as a new branding strategy, suggesting her wholesome posts were calculated. Such speculation only highlighted the impossible balance of being both authentic and visible in modern celebrity culture. Despite remaining one of the calmer personalities on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Shamea wasn't entirely immune to controversy. Her close association with Kandi and Porsha during their feud placed her in a tricky position. Some accused her of choosing sides, others believed she was unfairly dragged into a mess she didn't start. Viewers debated whether she was manipulative or misunderstood. Through it all, she remained consistent, rarely explosive, but always aware of how to protect her image. Beyond friendship drama, Shamea's name occasionally surfaced in conversations about colorism and representation. Some fans argued she deserved more screen time, noting her vibrant energy and charisma often went underutilized. At the same time, others accused her of being a clout chaser, aligning herself with bigger stars to stay relevant. The truth, however, was likely more nuanced. Reality TV thrives on perception, and Shamea's story became a prime example of how easily admiration can shift to criticism depending on who's watching. As her time in the Bravo spotlight evolved, Shamea Morton began redefining what fame meant to her. While others leaned into feuds or controversy to stay relevant, she took a quieter route, one built on consistency, credibility, and community. Her entertainment roots long predated her reality TV fame. She had danced for artists like Usher and Sync, and even appeared in the 2002 film Drumline. Those early achievements gave her a foundation far beyond gossip blogs. So when her Housewives appearances slowed, Shamea didn't fade away. She simply pivoted. She transitioned smoothly into Atlanta's broader entertainment scene, working as a host, public speaker, and media personality. Her appearances on Dish Nation and other programs helped her maintain a professional image, showing that she wasn't just another reality face chasing attention. She was a communicator who understood the industry. Over time, she became known less for who she was friends with and more for how she carried herself. By 2023, her focus had shifted toward family, entrepreneurship, and cultural pride. She participated in charity events, supported women's organizations, and became increasingly vocal about balancing motherhood with career goals. Her online persona reflected maturity, calm, stylish, and purposeful. It wasn't about shock value, it was about sustainability. Shamea had learned one of fame's most valuable lessons: relevance without chaos lasts longer. Still, public perception continued to be complicated. Early viewers remembered her as Porsha's bubbly sidekick, while newer fans saw a more layered woman, smart, strategic, and occasionally shady in the playful way reality TV rewards. In fan discussions, the term "the shady side of Shamea" began circulating, not as an insult, but as acknowledgement of her quiet wit and subtle precision. She had mastered the art of saying just enough to stir conversation while keeping her reputation intact. It wasn't scandal, it was strategy. Her adaptability became her biggest strength. In a world where many housewives flame out after one dramatic season, Shamea managed to evolve. She blended sincerity with showmanship, warmth with awareness. Whether posting about her daughter, hosting a local event, or appearing at a Bravo reunion, she maintained a sense of balance that made her stand out. By 2025, she found herself at an interesting crossroads. Though no longer a full-time cast member, Shamea remained part of the RHOA family, popping up in cameos, reunions, and social media conversations. Rumors occasionally surface about her possible return, but she seems content charting her own course. Interviews about women's health, cultural identity, and authenticity in media show her commitment to growth beyond reality TV. What defines Shamea Morton today isn't scandal, but strategy. Her journey proves that staying visible doesn't always mean being loud. Sometimes longevity and entertainment comes from knowing when to speak and when to step back. From cheerleader to host, from supporting cast member to self-made brand, Shamea has quietly mastered the art of endurance in a business built on chaos. Her legacy within the Real Housewives franchise isn't about drama or downfall, it's about resilience. She reminds us that you don't have to dominate every headline to make a lasting impression. Sometimes being the calm in the storm is the boldest move of all.